Well, hey guys, welcome to Virginia. Just out here on the beginning of a cold front that's coming through here in late July. I'm out here at a controlled burn and just walking up through here. There's a little trail here you can see I'm walking in on, and I decided that I'm going to change up a little bit what I've been doing on the channel, and rather than coming at you guys with a bunch of noise about what you should be doing, do this, do that, here's what you got to do to be successful. It's kind of funny because I went back through a bunch of my videos and I'm like, I didn't really like how I was coming off like, hey, let me teach you how to hunt out here. And yeah, I might have some things that you could learn from, but I feel like in a lot of ways I'm still figuring it out. But look at this place. It's thick in here. This is what I picture as cat country. It's right here. And so I'm going to be coming in here some this year in this general area to try to call some cats. And I'm thinking I'm going to do that at night. And that's a little spooky, to be honest with you, calling cats at night, because they get kind of bold at night. They're pretty timid during the daytime, but man, at night they can get kind of a little more aggressive. Let's put it that way. The thing about hunting out here in the mountains is it's such a vast, such a vast area that it's oftentimes hard to know, like, where do I start? There's so much area. We have 1.5 million acres of national forest here in Virginia, so it's like, where do I start? And so I've picked a couple terrain features this year, and I was going to make a video about them, and they are clear cuts and burns. And so I've got some ideas that I want to test this year. So early season, I'm going to be working those theories and hopefully filming some of my hunts so that you guys can come along and see what my setups look like. And hey, you never know, we might get some good success, get some kills, might make some fails. There certainly is a lot of those when you're hunting predators in the mountains, because there's cover everywhere. And when you're hunting out in the farms, even if you're just talking about daytime hunting out in the farm, you can set up with open fields as you're downwind, and they gotta show themselves in order to get your wind. But boy, here in the mountains, that's tough. That's real tough to do, because there's not very many fields. There's cover everywhere. So the trick is, what I'm finding is, you got to use things like draws and ravines and benches and travel ways that coyotes and bobcats are already comfortable using. And so you incorporate those kind of features into your set to give that animal a false sense of security. Make them feel like, hey man, if I just mosey on down this trail, I might be able to get the wind of whatever it is making that noise. And you don't always get it right. I screw up all the time. I have way more failures than I do successes. But for me, it's not about numbers. I mean, yeah, you want to kill numbers. You want to be successful. But if I wanted to kill 100 coyotes in a year, I would not be out here in the mountains hunting them. But this is like the ultimate, for me anyway, This is like the ultimate challenge because I'm stacking the deck against myself right out of the gate. This is kind of a tangent, but coyotes are what I call presentation shitters, or, they're awful proud of their crap. Let's put it that way. And oftentimes, if you look down here, oftentimes you'll see a place in the trail where things are really open, or maybe there's a turn or a prominent feature to the landscape of the path you're on. Right there in the center of everything is a big giant coyote turd. And I always thought that was interesting how they, here's my turd. I am here. I should hear one day. And so oftentimes you'll see on a trail like this, you'll see an area where there's like a turd and a turd and a turd. And they're all like within 50 or 100 yards of each other. And I kind of get the feeling that that's like a coyote saying, hey, this is our yarding area or our rendezvous site. And whenever I've hunted areas like that and gotten within earshot of them, I've had pretty good success of getting coyotes to come in. So that might be a strategy you might want to try in your neck of the woods anytime you're on a long running trail or something. And you see, one particular area of that trail has a bunch of coyote turds. Mark that on your map, and then sneak in there one day when the wind's right. Call to it. Look at this behind me. These rock outcroppings like this. That is one of the preferred bedding structures of bobcats here in Virginia. We see a lot of bobcat sign around rock outcroppings, particularly rock outcroppings that are, halfway up the mountain or near the top. And right here, check it out. I got fresh water. Got a little seep coming out of here. So it would not surprise me somewhere right in here if we don't see a bobcat turd. Bobcats love to hang near these creeks. But a coyote's average travel per night is 10 miles. And if you think about what it would take for you to travel 10 miles every day, good gracious, it'd take you half the day to go 10 miles, and you'd be quite thirsty. So one point I want to drive home, there has been a very consistent thing for what I'm seeing here in the mountains, at least. I mean, you're dealing with hilly terrain, up and down. So it's not like 10 miles on flat ground. It's 10 miles on rough terrain. So water, like this little creek we crossed, is super, super important to all of the predator species, whether they're bobcats or coyotes. I'm hoping to do less teaching, less preaching about what you need to be doing out here, and just doing more sharing. Hey, this is what I'm doing today, and this is what worked, this is what didn't work, and just let it kind of evolve, let it kind of be whatever it is. And in order for that to really begin, man, I need the season to start. We are just exactly 30 days away. I just got a really good feeling about this year. Some of my tactics I'm getting ready to employ to get me on more sets quicker in better locations. I'm dialing in, guys. All I'm going to say. Proof's in the pudding, though. We'll see how it goes. Hey, man, I hope you enjoyed this little walk. I know we didn't tear it up and see a bunch of cool stuff, but I got to share a little bit about what my journey's been like. Hopefully that's something you can relate to. And if you're curious about hunting out here in the mountains, just stay tuned, because that's pretty much what I'm about when it comes to predator hunting. Man, I just love it out here. I'm just telling you, if you can get into it, and if you can endure the rough times, man, it's exciting stuff. You get these things in at like 10 feet, 20 yards. I mean, 15, 20 yards is your average kill. And a lot of times it's closer than that. I had a red fox one time put its chin on my boot. You want to talk about scaring somebody? Whew. I'll tell you that story one other day, but yeah. It's thrilling. That's why I do it out here. I love it out here. I like hunting in the mountains. You know, it's not a, if you're about numbers and you want to, you know, be known in your area as a guy that kills a lot of coyotes, I don't recommend you hunt them in the mountains, because I can't imagine a harder place to hunt coyotes in particular. Now, it's a great place to hunt bobcats here in Virginia, but if you're trying to put a line of bobcats on the wall, you'd be better off going to Oklahoma, honestly. But they're here in Virginia. We got a lot of bobcats. It's just trying to find them. Anyhow, this video is getting way too long. I'm digressing into things that I don't even want to talk about, so I think that's it. Clear cuts and burns, baby. Get you some. Hey, yo, you seen a clear cut around here? Excuse me, sir. You know where I can find a clear cut? Clear cuts and burns, people. What you call one of them things where everything gets burned up? Clear cuts and burns, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I do this. What'd you say? I need a script. Hey, we're just up here on an overlook, checking out the sights. Welcome to Virginia, people. You know, sometimes you come out to film and you blah, 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 you can't speak. You just, you know, wrap them and stack them. Smoke them if you got them. Well, howdy, folks. Wildlife management areas. Blah, 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 blah. By the way, burns and clear cuts. So you think you got what it takes to hunt predators in the mountains? We'll see. Hunting predators in the mountains of Virginia. Clear cuts and burns, man. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, excuse me. Hey guys, we're working on for some reason I can't talk right today. Hey guys, we're working on a video on how to find places in the mountains of Virginia to hunt. It might be a good one. Then again, it might be a total failure. But we're gonna give it a shot. Let's go.